I mean, I went broke before. I get it. Because you think the money's going to keep coming forever.
I'm not going broke. I've never been broke.
You've never been broke?
I'm cheap.
Okay. I went broke in my 20s.
Yeah, no.
By the time I hit
it scares me. It ain't happening.
Oh, it scared me forever.
And so now you know that feeling.
Now you know that feeling.
You know that feeling.
Now I know that feeling.
Yeah,
no,
you know that
exactly.
feeling.
Because I told myself if I ever, not if, but when I get back to that point, I never said if. I said when I get back to that point, I'm going to always remember how I felt.
Yes.
Not being able to pay my taxes way back when.
Yes.
Not being able to get my own place, sleeping on couches, not knowing, any stability in my future. Like I had to learn, and that sting hurt because I was balling out. I had drop top, 300 SL, and I had the new house and the fly wife and all that type of stuff. All that went away, man.
Yes, sir.
All that went away because the money stopped coming in.
I saw an article on Allen Iverson. And it talked about how he spent $200 million in his career and all the people who used to hang with him.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him out. I've seen him, like, in Miami, and he'd have an entourage of, like, 10 dudes.
Yeah.
He's paying for all that shit.
Absolutely.
I heard a story about Allen Iverson that he came back from a flight and couldn't find his car at the airport parking lot and just said, forget it, and just had a car service bring him home and just never even bothered to find the car.
Man, I can believe it. I'm never going to tell nobody how much I make, or I just use the word successful. I can have $1,000. I think I could feel successful, right? Neo, it was me, Neo, and Allen Iverson in a strip club about 30 years ago. And they was throwing up major cash. And I'm sitting around talking about, look at all this damn money on the floor. So me, I'm just being honest, me, I act like my shoes untied. And I was stuffing my pockets. Matter of fact, it was in Atlanta. I was stuffing my pockets.
With their money.
With their money.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Fuck them strippers.
I'm like, it's just the way I was thinking. If anybody gets upset about it, get upset, but I actually did that. And I just understand the dollar, and I respect it. And I was taught, you discussed this again, you don't want to be old and be broke. I don't care what nobody say, Vlad.
Oh, yeah. No, being old and broke, being young and broke is okay.
Yeah.
You got a lot of times to turn, a lot of years to turn it around.
Turn it around.
I was broke by, at 29, I was broke. It took me about 10 years to get to that level again.
Okay.
I was well off.
And you was disciplined 10 years. 10 years now, we know it goes fast, but 10 years when you're young, it's like a lifetime.
Well, but here's the thing, and I feel like people don't seem to get this part, right? Okay. For you to graduate high school, it took you 12 years of work.
Yes.
You had to get through elementary school, then you had to get through junior high, and then you get to high school, and you got to get, to being a senior and having good grades. And for a lot of people, then you go to college, you spend another 4 years, right? That's 16 years.
Yes.
16 years of working towards a goal. And it's like, okay, now I have my college degree. Now I'm ready to get to work. That's normal to most people.
Yes,
but to tell someone, listen, you're gonna be successful, but you need like a 2, 3, 4 year plan. They're not trying to hear it.
Isn't that something?
They want to flip the money quickly.
Right.
I'm going to throw some money in crypto and I'm going to flip it real quick. Now, I don't have that 2, 3. I can't wait a year for this. I can't. But you've been doing it.
So true, Vlad.
When you were younger.
Yes.
And it was totally normal. But when you become an adult, suddenly you don't have to work for multiple years to achieve something?
You have to
it's
do it.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
I want everyone to pay attention right now.
Yes, it's stupid.
It takes years to put it together.
It takes years.
I know you like to see these YouTubers that are teenagers or in their early 20s making millions of dollars. Those are outliers. Those people are special and or lucky.
Yes.
That's not going to be you.
It's not going to be you.
You are going to have to work.
You have
It's going to take multiple years. Vlad TV is 17 years in.
Yes.
2008 to 2025.
And I'm 40 years in. It takes time.
Yes.
And you have to just stay at it. And it's consistency. You got to have the talent. You can't lie to yourself. That's the most important thing. You cannot lie to yourself.
Yeah.
If you lie to yourself, you're doomed. You are doomed. And you just got to believe and hope things fall in your order. But remember, and I said this on my Instagram the other day, if you could pay your cable, you could buy groceries, you could buy clean underwear, you could feed your family or yourself, you're successful.
Yeah.
You're successful. Don't think you got to have millions of dollars. Don't think you need a lot of cars. Because we got everything, Vlad. You see how we pull up when we out here. We pull up in some fly shit.
Yeah, but I really have one car.
Yes, but what I'm saying is we have nice things.
Yeah.
Don't matter. It don't matter. And I tell people in your 20s, your 30s, and 40s, you think people care. In your 50s and 60s, you realize nobody gave a fuck.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody cares about the things you have, and the things you have are not all that important, but having a financial base,
Yes.
having look, a disaster is going to come in your life.
Absolutely.
Okay? I guarantee it.
You guarantee it.
The person who's watching this right now, I don't know you. I've never met you, and I never will. But I guarantee you that a disaster
is coming.
Yep. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year. But within a certain number of years, there's going to be a major disaster in your life. It might be a health problem. You might lose your job. You might go through an ugly divorce. Someone might steal from you. You might have a bad accident. We don't know.
We don't know.
But it will happen.
It's coming.
I don't know anyone that lived their life without any sort of major disasters at some point.
I agree.
And at that point, when you have your money right, it's going to go so much smoother.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yes. And I tell people, you want money for war.
Yes.
War.
Because a war
that's
is
what
coming.
it is. A war is
A
coming.
war is coming.
And you have to finance it.
Yes.
You better be ready.
Yes, a war is coming and you have to finance it.
You have to finance it.
Right.
To win.
Right. And if you don't have the finances,
You're
just going to lose.
You're going to lose. Bottom line.
That's it.
That's the perfect analogy.
There you go.
Perfect.
If you don't have money for the war that's coming, you're going to just lose the war.
You're going to lose the war. Whether it's a court case, whether it's your car. Because in actuality, we really don't own nothing. Everything we got this right now, we're leasing it.
Yeah. When we pass, someone else is going to live in your house.
We got to give it
They're
back.
going to sell whatever's worth. Someone else is going to wear your watches.
Yes.
Right?
You got to give it back.
You got some chains?
Yes.
You're not King Tut. They're not going to bury you in the chains.
Absolutely.
Whoever your girl or your kids are, they're going to sell those chains and they're going to cash out.
It's not even going to have a meaning with them.
No. And some stranger's going to be walking around with some shit. Oh, he's going to melt it down.
Yes, it's not going to have a meaning. Isn't that fucking hilarious? It's not even going to be a meaning. Something that you cherish.
No.
I ain't going to tell you that.
No.
Wow. And that's why on my post I was telling the young men, when you get 42 years old, I think that's when you become a man. And some kids like, oh, I'm a man at 22. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
25. I don't even argue with them.
It's cute.
You know? Yeah, really?
Okay. Yeah,
like,
you got
really?
that.
Really? I'm not even going to waste my time with you. Like, really? And what I want people to understand about that quote, that post, when people start dying, or yourself, you get close to death, right? Because you know in your 20s, you should have a long life, but some people die. But when you get in your 60s, you know that shit is really fucking close.
Well, you reach a point where you know you have less days ahead
absolutely
than you had behind you.
Yes. And
that's an interesting thought, because I'm in that mode right now.
Yes, and I think about it all the time. 65, lad.
Yeah. 51.
And I cherish talking to you. I cherish getting on the plane. I cherish people I meet. See, as you get older, and that's why I tell people, you have to live to understand what we're saying. And what we mean by live, not that you travel here and there, lived. You have to have made it to your 50s or 60s. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying by living. When you get to those ages and you made it, because to make it to where we are, it's a blessing.
Yeah, and it takes a certain level of intelligence,
cleverness,
a
a little luck,
little bit of luck,
a little bit
Yeah.
of luck, right? A little bit of
a
luck.
lot of character.
A lot of character.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, you will get it if you understand life. A man told me a long time ago, he said, TK, if you have lived, you're not afraid to die. It's when you haven't lived, you're afraid to die. And what I could tell people, I have lived. And people talk to me and say, TK, why you talk about death a lot? I talk about death because I know it's inevitable, and it's something that every person that watches our show should discuss with their children, discuss with their mother, discuss with their father, because a lot of people, a lot of kids leave this planet not talking to their parents about death, and they fall apart. They are destroyed. And people need to understand that is, when you come to this planet, you signed a contract with the universe. And I tell people the universe will give you 365 tries every year to become what you want to become. Don't look at it as days, right? Look at it as tries. You get 300, and let's just chance it. You get 365 chances to become what you want to become. And if you do right by the universe, guess what? They sign you up again. They renegotiate your contract
Yeah.
and give you another 365. And if people looked at it that way, you will achieve a lot more. But everybody's wasting their fucking time.